Good morning to you. You live in a shoe. That's for Zach, who always comments and says, I wish I lived in a shoe. Pee-pee. Where's Pee-pee? Okay. Very special announcement. Happy birthday, Pee-pee. We love you very much. Happy birthday, Pee-pee. And Boo and Tucker, the barkers of the world, are barking because they are in their house. I'm getting ready to leave to go buy special dinners for the dogs, presents for Pee-pee, all kinds of birthday presents. And yeah, it's been a good day. I've got all my videos uploaded. Poltergeist, do you hear a Tucker? Tucker is the barker of the world. My videos are uploading as we speak. And I got a bagel for lunch dinner that I haven't eaten it. I came home and I was like, I had written in my office and I was like, I think that I'm gonna like eat and then take a nap and then film my videos later. And I got home and I like had the second wind and I was like, I'm just gonna film my videos now. And I filmed 2 main channel videos, a Peterisms video and a booktube video. They're uploading as we speak and it is 6:15. So I got everything done really early today. Alex is coming home at about 7:30 and we'll do like a little birthday exchange. He is bringing Pee-pee Frosty Paws ice cream. So he's gonna bring him some like dog ice cream or something. It's like the Frosty Paws, but it's something that you get like at a specialty, I don't know, store. So anyway, he's all excited about it. So that's what he's bringing him. I can't wait. And yeah, that's about that. It's been a good day so far. It's like 66 outside. It's pretty outside. Can you see? It's a pretty spring day. I mean, it's not real nice. It's windy. It looked like it was gonna rain earlier, but it kind of passed over. This is the remake of Poltergeist, and it completely sucks. Have you guys ever seen it? Carol Ann doesn't even look like Carol Ann at all. So, anyway, if you're gonna do a makeover, you should make it so camp and so over the top that it's just like crazy different. Anyway, oh, the door just closed. Now I can't get out of it. I might watch this when I get home. Who knows? Anyway, oh, he's getting all thrown down the hallway and everything. Oh, he was joking. So funny. All right, I will see you guys a little bit later. The birthday party has begun. Pee-pee! Go! I just got back from the store, and Alex just called me, and he is on his way home. He's stopping to get some things for Pee-pee as well. And I got some potato chips from Fresh Time as well as a pasta salad. I've been using my little messenger bag, carrying it with me. And I ran into Melissa at PetSmart. And I have to show you. I got this for Pee-pee. And then we got special dinners tonight. Chunky centers. Oh, I don't really know how this is. Savory pate filled with. So, there. I got one for each of them. And then I got for Pee-pee meatloaf treats, little meatloaf treats. And then turkey bacon recipe treats. And then meatballs. And deli cuts. So I think everybody wants to have a meatball for Pee-pee's birthday. Yay. Who wants a meatball? Oh, these are like, they're very interesting little. They smell like meatballs. There you go, Pee-pee. You get it first. Okay, there you go. And there you go. So, now just because they're for Pee-pee's birthday doesn't mean that they'll get them all at once. And I told Alec, I said, could you feed them tonight? Because I have been going all day long, but they are hungry right now, so I'm just gonna, oh, water's dripping all over the floor, isn't it, Pee-pee? He said, Dad, I'm hungry right now. I want my dinner, so I'll just feed them right now. I think Alex is getting Pee-pee these little. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. This ice cream, but it's not, I guess it's not the Frosty Paws kind. I don't know what it is. It's called, Well, I'm cutting it up for you so you can eat it. This is a lot. Look at all of this. Yeah, you're gonna not need anything after this, I think. No more treats for the night. Ugh. Does not smell too tempting to me, but I know that you guys love it, so. Whew. And then I'm gonna eat, and I'm gonna lay down for an hour. No, I might do a live stream. Alex got some work stuff he's gotta do. I know, it's coming, honey. Ooh, Radley, you are going crazy over there. Pee-Pee's crying, Tucker's whimpering. You guys wanted to see an exciting day of my life. This is it. I have to cut it all up or they can't eat it. It's coming. Okay, I got it all ready. Alright, you guys, I'm going to feed them and I will be back later. Pee-Pee, do you like your present? Do you like your teddy bear? What did your dad bring you? Oh, Pee-Pee, what are you going to name him? It's Pee-Pee's birthday. Look at him.
Pee-Pee, where are you going?
Frosty Paws. Pee-Pee, is that your baby? Is that your new baby? Are you going to give it to him right now?
Yeah.
Look how handsome my husband is. Oh, sweetheart. Oh, you're going to put a little candle in it?
Yeah.
Aw.
Maybe his last birthday, so.
Oh, don't say that. I was eating my dinner.
You said it.
I know.
Why can you say and I can't?
Because it's his birthday. Oh, he just took it. Where are you going? Where are you going, honey? He's been so healthy, though, the last couple days.
Where's your lighter?
We have a lighter in here.
Oh, yeah. Should I, like, heat this up a little bit? Because it's, like, a raw.
Why don't you just hold... No, because they lick it. That's what they do.
I know, but it's, like, super hard.
No, just let him lick it. Aww. Look at that. You ready? He's got to do a little Snapchat. Pee-Pee. Happy birthday.
Pee-Pee's your birthday. Come here, Pee-Pee. Happy birthday, Pee-Pee.
Happy birthday, Pee-Pee. Happy birthday, Pee-Pee.
Happy birthday.
Help him blow it. Don't let them go.
Happy birthday, Pee-Pee.
Happy birthday. Okay, let's blow it out.
Pee-Pee. It's your birthday. Yay.
Aww.
Birthday, Pee-Pee. Make a wish? What'd you wish for? Teeth?
You wish for dentures?
Here you go.
That's gonna get all over the couch. Aw. Oh, do you love it, Pee-Pee? Oh, is it good? Boo and Tucker, you guys are getting yours too. Dad brought you some too. Aw. Boo, honey, this is yours. You can have that one. Go ahead. Do you love it? Oh. Okay, I'll come back later. You like your ice cream, Boo Radley? Is that good, Boo Radley? Hello, hello, hello. I literally just finished a live stream. And Alex is asleep. It's like 5 till 1. And I have an early day tomorrow. So I have a hair appointment. And then I have a massage afterwards, which kind of just happened at the last minute. I haven't gotten a massage in a long time. And then film my videos. And then I need to talk to my publisher at some point. We need to have kind of like a lengthy conversation about where I'm at. And then I don't know if I've explained this, but she's really not working as my publisher anymore. She's working kind of more as my agent. So she's like reaching out to people and talking to them. And so I have a certain amount of it edited, ready to query. And querying means that you send it to publishing houses. But since I've already had a work previously published, it's a little bit easier. So we're going to start getting that stuff together. Or I guess she is. But anyway, and then make my videos, and then I have to pick up Melissa tomorrow at 6:40, and then we're going to a birthday party for our friend, and Alex is working till like 6, and then he's gonna meet us there afterwards. Well, 2 of our friends. Our friend Erin, that you guys have met if you watch my vlogs regularly. She's been in here. She's went to the Baumeister estate with us, and she and her husband have been in a couple videos. Her husband Eric, that I introduced them. And then my friend Susan. Has Susan ever been in a vlog? I can't remember. Susan's the mother of Xander, who wrote that list out that he keeps on his mirror that I did a video about. You guys, do you remember that? So anyway, yeah, that's my day tomorrow. I mean, so actually I have like a really kind of fun day tomorrow, but it's early, so I have to get up, and so I can't stay up super late tonight. So I'm gonna vlog and then listen to a half an hour of my audiobook and then go to bed. I've actually read a lot today too, because I'm like so into my sweet Audrina. Like, I really can't put it down. I forgot how good the V.C. Andrews books are to read. It's really, really good. And then that's tomorrow, and then Friday I have really nothing. I mean, I don't really have anything left to do the rest of the week. I don't know what I'm going to do on Friday, and Saturday, no plans. I talked to my dad today. On Sunday, he wants to go to brunch. So my dad, my stepmom, Alex, and I are going to go to brunch on Sunday. And kind of some sad news. Like, my dad just like texted me out of the blue today and told me that their dog, Billy, had passed away in his sleep. And Billy was 16 going on 17. Like, he was almost 17. And he was a little Yorkie. And my dad is so wrecked over it, you guys. Like, he said that my stepmom was kind of prepared for it, you know, and that he's like been deteriorating for like the last 6 months, I guess. He hasn't been well. And this is the one that was he was supposed to be a miniature Yorkie, but then he ended up being like 11-pound Yorkie. And so anyway, I was talking to my dad, and my dad's like, I'm just really struggling with it. You know, my dad every night would like take a walk. He's like, because I was trying to explain to Mr. Squirrel tonight, you know, where Billy was, because he goes, we would take a walk every night, and Mr. Squirrel, my dad names like all the animals, Mr. Squirrel would antagonize Billy, and now Billy's not around, so I was trying to explain to him where he's at tonight, which is my dad's way of saying that he's like really upset. And the last time that we had gone out to lunch, they had kind of told us that Billy was sick. My dad has always had dogs, like always, and typically always had 2 dogs. I'm gonna get real upset talking about this a lot, but like, I even talked about this the other night, that like my dad, he and his friend, like they would, life, you know. that they were known for like capturing strays in the neighborhood, and then they would like give them to homes when they were little kids, his friend. And my dad's best friend growing up ended up becoming a minister. Isn't that funny? I just saw him not so long ago at my, he's actually my godparent. No, that's not true. My Uncle Dick is my godparent. I think he's the one that baptized me or something. I don't know. But anyway, I saw him at my uncle's funeral. And, but he and my dad, when they were little kids, they would like capture like stray dogs. And my dad had this picture of him sitting on the outhouse, because he had an outhouse till he was 21. And he is like holding this like stray dog. And he had this dog growing up named Bim. I don't know how I know that, but anyway. My dad, I was talking to him and I said, like when we were at brunch the last time, and this was probably like a month and a half ago, because it has been that long. Yeah, I guess it has been that long. I said, like, now, because they had, I said, now when Billy passes away, because my stepmom's dog had just like passed away like a year before, I said, will you, are you guys going to get another dog? And my dad, he goes, well, he said, I mean, Debbie might want to, but we want to travel a little bit. And he goes, we really haven't been able to with the dogs. And he said, you know, Peter, I'm 78, I'm going to be 79. He said, I don't know that I want to get another dog, you know, like, he said, I think Billy's probably my last dog. I think my dad's having a lot harder time, like, getting older than he really wants to admit, you know? I don't know why I'm getting so upset about this, but I think you have those moments in your life as you get older where you really realize, like, you know, like, certain things, like, are never gonna happen again. It's like when I remember, like, my Aunt Susie came to visit my mom that last time, you know, like, they went to homecoming at IU, and I just remember going home to my ex, and I can just remember sitting there, and I was like, that's the last time that I'm gonna, like, see Susie and my mom together. Like, I had the weirdest feeling about it, you know. It was like, I just didn't think I was, I mean, Susie at that point only was coming, like, every 5 years. I don't know, it's just sad, you know. It's like, so I think we're gonna try to convince my dad to get a dog. I just think it would be good for him, you know? Like, my dad loves coming home to the dogs. Plus, my dad is so healthy. I mean, my dad still works, you know? He's so healthy. And, I mean, he'll probably live to be 100. So, I mean, he could get another dog and outlive it. I don't know. And then Pee-Pee's birthday was just really, really hard today. And, you know, I just think kind of realizing that, like, Pee-Pee's doing very, very well right now, but, like, I mean, his health could turn, and just not knowing, you know, like, what's gonna happen down the road. And it's hard as somebody that preaches, you know, live in the positive, don't borrow trouble, you know. I mean, I know all that consciously, I do, and trust me, like, I'll work through that and get to that side, but, like, in the moment today, it's just been kind of tough, you know. It's like, I know all that stuff, you know, and I value every day that I have with Pee-Pee. I really, really do, which is why I put him in the videos, and it's, you know, why I let him stand outside for 15 minutes and smell the same spot of grass while he's driving me crazy, but I like to just go inside, you know, or why I go and buy him special treats and stuff like that. But, you know, the thing that sucks about life is that those things that mean the most to you are the ones that, like, end up kind of hurting you a lot in the end. You know what I mean? Like, relationships that are so great, well, then when they break up, it hurts, you know, or like dogs or pets that you have that are so great, when they, you know, get sick or they pass away, it hurts, you know, or, you know, loved ones that we have, when they pass away or get sick, it like hurts, you know, it's like, but I really, really believe that life is the yin and the yang. I mean, I think it's both of it, you know, and I think that you can't have the sweet without the bitter. And so I think you have to have both, you know, I really, really do. And, you know, it was so interesting. I was talking to my dad today on the phone, and we were talking about, like, just, you know, just dogs that I've had growing up, and dogs that, you know, we had collectively and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't know. I just was like, you know, it's so weird because, like, those things that happen out of the blue, like when my mom passed away, like, I was so prepared for that. Like, I was really, like, over prepared for it, you know, like, I mean, she had been sick in ICU for 3 months. I was ready, you know, like, I just was really ready. Like, it had been a long time coming. And, but I think, like, with my dog, or like my ex, or like my friend's mom who passed away, like, before my mom did, like, I think they happened just so suddenly, like, the decision was made so suddenly, or it happened so suddenly that I wasn't prepared, you know. And I think a lot of times, like, in my life, like, okay, for her as an example, like, you know, one of my really good friends, her mom took her own life. She had no closure with that, you know, it just happened. And, like, she still, I think, suffers in a way that I never even have, because I was allowed to have closure with my mom, you know what I mean? But, like, with other situations in my life, they just happened, you know, like, they just, all of a sudden, it's like, okay, one day everything's going forward, and the next day it's like, here we are, and you have to make a decision, or, you know, like, her mom died, or whatever, and it's like, you know, or car accidents happen, and I think it's those, like, sudden things that are really, like, trauma to our lives, you know, and it's really, really hard. And I was talking to my dad about that today on the phone, and he was like, well, I think that's true. And he was like, you know, your stepmom's been here every day, you know, she's seen Billy sick every day, but I really haven't. He's like, you know, I've just seen Billy at night in bed, and he's like, you know, now, like, he was like, I come home and the little guy's not there, and he's just real upset. So, you know, and my dad, it's hard because my dad is like a super affectionate guy, but he's like real tall and he's very masculine, and it's just hard to see him hurt like that, you know? But, I mean, 16 years for a dog's a good life. It's a really long life, you know? Whew. It was so funny tonight when I was, because Alex said, he was asleep, like half asleep, you know? And I said, so he was like, will you put Boo and Tucker in their house? Like, we, like, sometimes let them sleep in the bed, and we, like, sometimes let them sleep in the house, but they are wild tonight. So he was like, can you put them in their house? I was like, yeah. And as I was walking out the door, he was like, oh yeah, can you take them outside too? Because I forgot to take them, you know, like that whispery, like, sleepy voice. So I was like, yeah, sure. So I, like, took them outside and stuff like that. So I gave them all, I had bought all those special treats. So I gave them all, like, a chicken strip. And, like, those little chicken strip for dogs. And so I gave them, and I had Boo and Tucker go to their house. And so Pee-Pee was standing there, and it was so sweet. Alex brought him this, like, you didn't get to see, like, all the presents unwrapped and stuff like that. I was trying to keep a couple of those moments just private between us. But Alex gave him, like, this real funny looking ostrich, and it has this long neck on it. And I said, I go, Pee-Pee, do you want to take your ostrich upstairs? And I, like, held it out, and he was so sweet, you guys. He, like, grabbed it with his mouth just around the neck, and it had it just hanging up there, and then all of a sudden he just turned and ran up the stairs, like he was going to take it upstairs to his dad. It was so cute. And I could hear him, like, jump on the bed. I was like, he is so cute, that little guy. So Pee-Pee had a fantastic birthday, and he hasn't coughed at all the last couple days, which really makes me happy. I always get so worried when he starts coughing. I, like, panic. But we did the birthday, and then, yeah, I laid down for a little bit, and then I got up and I did a live stream. It was real fun. We played Like a Prayer by Madonna. And, oh, I need to pull in here for just a second. Hold on. I need to give a little shout out. I'm gonna make sure I get the names right. Hold on. Do you guys love old school Madonna? I love old school Madonna. Okay. Okay, I would like to give a shout out to Samantha Rose's mother and sister. And their names are... I asked her what their names are. Wait. I don't know. Wait. Their names are Jenny and Kathy. Jenny and Kathy, how are you? You live in a shoe, and you're eating beef stroganoff, and you didn't invite me, but I'm a vegetarian, so that's okay. So, Kathy and Jenny, you have an amazing mother, or you have an amazing daughter and sister who went to the trouble, Samantha Rose, not like Audrey Rose, the movie, of going out of her way to contact me and ask me to give you guys a shout out specifically on my vlog. So, nobody ever asked me to shout them out on my vlog, which I think is funny. But, so there you go. Kathy and Jenny. I hope the beef stroganoff was good. Did you have garlic bread? Did you have biscuits? What'd you have? Did you have bread and butter? My grandma back in the day, always bread and butter. And she'd go, oh, sweetie, you can put a little sugar on there if you don't like it, just like that. Do you remember, like, just like loaves of bread, like a slice of bread, and then you put butter on it? It would always just stick right to the middle of it. You could never spread it out easily because it'd be like too hard. And then you like sprinkle butter on it, and you just like bite right into that hard piece of butter right in the middle of the bread. Thanks, Grandma. It was so funny because, like, when I grew up, like, my parents were really, like, they just let me do a lot of, like, on weekends, it was always, like, we could drink soda and stuff, you know? So, like, if I went to somebody's house, like, if we had, like, you know, my dad, like, now my mother never ordered pizzas. If she said, do you want to get a pizza, she meant a Tombstone. I did not even know for years later that that people actually ordered pizzas. Like, I really didn't, okay? But, like, at other people's houses, like, their parents would be like, you know, do you want, you can have juice or milk with your pizza. And I always thought that was so weird. Like, I would just be like, well, I won't have anything then, thanks. Because I would only drink Coke. Because my mom we'd always have Coke with pizza. Are the deer out tonight? Hello, deer, are you out? He said, no, we're not out. Forget you. I just kind of honestly, for a second there, forgot that I was even, like, filming. I felt like I was just really, like, in the car just talking to somebody. My dad, like, told us this new restaurant, or he told me this new restaurant that he wants to go to. He's like, yeah, we've been going there a lot. We love it. They, like, pick one restaurant, and then they go there, like, all the time. Like, they're obsessed with Seasons 52. Do you guys have one in your town? My dad's, like, obsessed with it. It's, like, his favorite restaurant in the entire world in Indianapolis. For a while, it was Cheesecake Factory, but my dad really never liked Cheesecake Factory. And, for a long time, they went to this place out by their house called Eddie's. It was like a bar, and they would walk there. I haven't heard anything from my cousin. I need to call in and check in with my cousin to see how my uncle's doing. It's been like 3 or 4 days. So many of you left me information about what, like, that kind of hospice. I really, really appreciated it. Helped me a lot understand kind of like what was going on with him, because I really didn't understand it before that. I mean, I understood what it is, and I understand what hospice is, but I didn't really understand, like, I mean, that he could, like, it's the kind of hospice that he could live for a very long time. It just means that he won't go to the hospital if he gets sick again, if that makes sense. I don't know. I don't know. Just just when you start to appreciate everybody in your life that's older, they start getting sick and passing away. That is the truth right there. I was talking tonight in my live stream about my old friend Krissa. I've talked about her on here a couple times. She was my friend that we met, and I told the whole story, I think, one night about how she and I met in a bar, and then she went to work the next day and got fired. She was a nanny. They said, we just don't think we just don't think you, how did they say it? Your heart is in the job anymore, or something like that. We got a case of Zima and drank our problems away. Do you guys remember Zimas back in the day? But anyway, she moved in with me that day. She lost her place to live and her job, and she moved in with me that day. We had so much fun. And she lives in Berlin now. She's actually the one that I met Courtney Love and Drew Barrymore with at the patio in Indianapolis. I was going to do that video on my main channel about rude celebrities that I've met, but I have to be really honest with you. The more I think about it, I've only really met nice celebrities. And Britney Spears we met. She was very nice. And Drew Barrymore, Courtney Love, both really nice. JWoww was nice. Who else have we met? I mean, a lot of the celebrities that we interviewed were fantastic for our website. Somebody left me a comment and said something about the website and, like, I don't know, something about Alex's job. I don't know if I've misled you guys to believe that that is Alex's job, but that is not Alex's job. The website that we run, well, he runs it now, I don't really do anything with it, is purely for fun. And really, he posts stuff on there so that he can go to music festivals and that he can go to shows and we can go to music festivals and stuff like that. I mean, that's really why he does it. And he meets a lot of people from all over the world. Like, one of his best friends that he met was when we went to Tomorrow World in Tennessee, and they had been talking because she owned a website or ran a website too, and she was from Mexico. I think Mexico City, actually. And so, like, they met up there, and he's met a lot of people because there are a lot of electronic dance music, like, bloggers, which is basically what it started. Well, ours started as just an overall blog of us blogging all kinds of celebrities on there. But then it turned into him just doing electronic dance music. But it's not a money maker. I mean, we don't make any money off of it. Ever. Like, I mean, have we made, you know, have we gotten, like, some free swag from time to time? Very rarely, but yes, a couple times, you know. And, but it's not, you know, Alex tries to get media passes so he can go in and take pictures so he can post them on the website. But, I mean, is it like one of the most viewed websites in the world? No, not at all. But Alex loves to do it, and I think everybody should have something that they're passionate about, you know what I mean? And he is really passionate about electronic dance music, so I think it's fantastic. And I'm glad that he didn't just let the blog die, because when I started doing my booktube and my other channels, it's like I just couldn't keep up with everything. And at that point, like, you know, we were just posting so much on there, and it was interesting because, like, we used to do these lists every year, and Vanity Fair and DirecTV contacted us when the Super Bowl was in Indianapolis, and they were like, this is pretty fantastic what you guys are doing. And we were like, oh, thanks. And they're like, so DirecTV had a party and Vanity Fair was going to have a party. They didn't end up having one. I don't think so. But, like, DirecTV, they asked us, like, they wanted to invite 100 people from Indianapolis, and they let us come up with a list of who to invite. And we were kind of shook back then. We were kind of like, oh my God, I can't, I mean, DirecTV, it was, Katy Perry was 5 feet from me on stage. It was fantastic. Neil Patrick Harris and his husband were, like, right next to us as we were standing there watching. It was celebrities everywhere. The whole cast of Revenge was there. I mean, it was all kinds. Every celebrity that was there in Indianapolis for the Super Bowl there. And that was the year that Madonna performed the halftime show. Like, everybody was at this party, and it was really cool. So we got taken seriously sometimes. That was kind of nice, you know, and we had a lot of fun doing it through the years. But I will tell you this, owning a business with somebody that you are in love with and married to or in a relationship with can be hard. You know, like, you have to, like, decide how passionate you want to be about. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, this is my song of the day. No, that's your song of the day. I mean, like, we really learned, like, how to kind of, like, communicate 2 different ways. Like, you know, there's this couple out there, and their name, I don't know what their names are, Blake, and I can't think of the other one's name. But anyway, they run that Yummer Time fashion blog, and now they're, like, doing a YouTube channel. They're real sweet guys. Their blog is gorgeous. But, like, I'm like, you seem to have such a great relationship and never argue. And, like, I can't tell you how many people I have talked to since we started that website that were like, oh my God, that own businesses with their husbands or wives or partners. And they're like, we argue all the time about stuff. Like, that's one of the things they don't tell you when you talk about family-owned businesses, you know? Yeah, I'm kind of glad I'm not in a family-owned business, so... It is 37. I am so, you guys, I'm so ready for the 70 and 80 degree weather. Like, I don't understand where this weather is coming from. It's just such crap. It's so nasty and foul. I really need something to drink, is the truth of the nature. I'm gonna drive up here to this McDonald's. I wonder if I have any change. Oh, I do. I have lots of change. And I have to get birthday presents tomorrow. My friend Erin loves everything Harry Potter, so I think I'm gonna get her a Harry Potter Funko Pop. And then my friend Susan loves, like, serial killer podcasts, so I think I'm gonna get her a book about serial killers. But there's, like, a certain one that I want to get. It's, like, called The A to Z of Serial Killers or something like that. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I've seen it around. It's been a long time. I don't even know that she'll enjoy it, but... She also likes vintage clothes. So maybe I'll get her, like, a gift certificate to a vintage clothing store or something. Or maybe I'll get her vintage jewelry. See, I don't have enough time to be doing all this tomorrow. I loved a vintage clothing shop, but I don't have enough time to do all of this tomorrow, so... This is where the planning, I need to be a better planner. Like, I need to make my list for the whole week instead of just, like, the next day. But if I do that, I get overwhelmed. It's like misting and now it's starting to rain. But, like, if I do that, I get a little overwhelmed. I'm like, oh, I have so much to do this week. I'm never going to get it done. I'm never going to get it done. You know what I mean? I do have to finish all the books that I'm reading, though. Which, it's so, like, I'm on, like, 3 books. I'm, like, almost done. Like, I'm, like, halfway to almost done. And, but now, since I started my Sweet Audrina for the book club, I'm like, I can't put it down. It's so good. And Orange, that manga, is really, really good, too. If you guys are wanting to find manga and try it, like, just once, you should try that Orange. It is so fantastic. It really, really is good. I wonder if we're going to have nice weather at all this April, if it's just going to be like this, and then in May, it's going to, like, turn around and get, like, really, really warm. So nasty. Ugh. Oh my God, we're at 29 minutes and 15 seconds. All right, you guys, well, listen, I'm going to stop the camera since I'm at a half an hour, let it cool down for a second. I'm going to drive towards McDonald's and get something to drink. And, well, you'll probably be back on by the time I get to McDonald's. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a second. Okay. I'm getting tired. I think to be an early night for me. I'm not going to listen to... It is exactly 1:30 right now. I'm not going to listen to too much of my audiobook. I'm listening to that book, Behind Her Eyes. Plus, I want to sit at home and read a little bit of my Sweet Audrina before I go to bed. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm listening to this book called Behind Her Eyes. I think it's by Sarah Pinborough or something like that. It's an interesting book. Like, I can't figure out... It's totally different than I thought it would be. Like, it's set on the back. It's about this woman, and she's, like, a single mother, and she's in a bar, and she, like, ends up, like, drinking and making out with this guy, and then she goes to her new job on Monday, but, like, in the book, it's not really her new... Maybe it said her new job. I don't know. Her new boss ends up being the guy that she was kissing in the bar, and he is, like, married. But it goes back and forth, like, in the book, and it tells it from her point of view and the wife's point of view. So you know that something sketchy is going to happen. And it starts off, like, with, like, this weird thing about, like, them cleaning up blood. So you know it's going to be, like, something weird. It's now snowing. Are you kidding me? It's like hail snow. Oh, my God. This weather! It just never ends. I think I'm gonna get a Dr. Pepper. I haven't had a Dr. Pepper. I haven't had, like, a real fountain drink. Like, I haven't had a fountain Coke. Well, I don't know when the last time was. Watch my vlogs. It'll probably tell you on there. I've been getting a Gatorade. Gatorade does sound good right now. But, like, a really crisp fountain drink sounds good, too. I never drank all of it anyway. I drive around, I look at these housing neighborhoods, you know, and sometimes, like, I wonder, like, this is, like, one of my favorite neighborhoods over here. And sometimes I wonder, like, I wonder what it would have been like if I had, like, you know, had kids and part of the PTA and had, like, dinner parties on weekends and went to sporting events. I mean, I feel like I've been pretty true to myself my entire life, you know? I always think of that movie, Prince of Tides. Have you ever seen the movie? The book is supposed to be fantastic, too. I've read parts of it, but with Nick Nolte. And at the very end, he's, like, driving over the bridge, and he says, if for every man there were two lives, or something to that effect. Meaning that, like, if for every man they had two lives, you know, you did this, and then you also did this, you know. But I think that's, like, what a lot of people want in life, is they want their cake and eat it, too. And I don't think it necessarily always works out that way, you know. Hear that wind? Crazy wind. I love the sound of a turn signal. I don't know why. Is it not the craziest thing in the entire world? I mean, probably not the craziest thing in the entire world, but I do like the sound of a turn signal. It's, like, comforting to me. And it reminds me of, like, when I was a little kid and we would take road trips and, like, we were coming home and, like, we were, like, that last half an hour from, like, being home. And I can remember my dad had these bucket seats in the back of his car. And he drove this little Porsche, and I would sleep in those little bucket seats that, like, most adults couldn't even sit in, and I thought they were so comfortable. And I can remember, like, being asleep and just, like, hearing the turn signal, and, you know, like, hearing, like, the car move from, like, the interstate to, like, main roads, and then, like, you know, you were almost home, and then he'd be like, okay, Pete, we're home, come on, and he'd carry me inside. And isn't it funny, like, the sounds that you associate with, like, growing up and things like that? Like, at my mom's, like, house growing up, like, waking up, and my mom, like, hearing sounds in the kitchen, like, you know, my grandma stayed a lot with us, and so she would always, like, cook in the kitchen in the morning, and I can remember her in the kitchen coughing because she smoked so much, but also, like, always, like, the smell of coffee. And my mother and my grandma both read the paper cover to cover every day. That's kind of like an art. Like, do people still do that? Like, I don't think that many people do that anymore, do they? They're currently sold out of buttermilk crispy tenders. In case you want those, you can't have them.
I'll be just a second.
Okay.
I copy you.
Can I get a large Dr. Pepper?
Anything else there?
Nope, that's it.
$1.09 for $1. Thank you.
Okay. I can't believe I have exactly $1.09 in change. It's crazy. Hey, how are you?
About to start a new stream.
You got all your hair cut off. It's real short.
Just not noticed?
Thanks. This is the guy that live streams on Twitch for video games. He's always telling me about his live streaming. Thank you. Have a good one.
You.
Did you guys know? I think I may have talked about this on around here, but he was one that told me. Do you know that they have a whole brand of clothes called Smile? McDonald's does. Did you know that? And I looked, and it's actually like some kind of cute stuff. I mean, not stuff that you would wear to like. Well, this is what I think. I think it would be really funny. Not really funny. That's so good. Ah! But I think, on the heels of me saying PR ideas, don't you think this would be really smart? Okay, like if Zach Posen teamed up with Smile McDonald's and they did a fashion show, and Zach Posen like repurposed all of the fashions for McDonald's, and they sold the clothes, and so he would make like, because it's all like, anyway, it all has like the McDonald's things on it. It's like sweatshirts and hoodies and socks and pants and stuff like that. But anyway, and he repurposed it into like gowns and like ready to wear, like a suit, you know, like a woman's suit or whatever, and then did a fashion show, and they sold everything, and the proceeds went to some like children's foundation. Wouldn't that be awesome? I think that would be so cool. There's my little idea for the day. I'm kind of like an ideas guy. Like, I never follow through with any of my ideas, but if I did, I'd probably be broke. Can you believe that we are like more than halfway through April? I think it's so funny. Not funny, but I think it's so fast. Like, April's going so fast. Like, the spring's going so... This year, 2018, is going so fast. You know, sometimes I think that, like, life goes too fast, and I sit here and I'll say on my vlog, like, sometimes I just want it to stop, which I do. But, like, when I look back a lot of times at, like... You know, Alex and I have been together for 10 years. We're coming up on 10 years. Like, it's been a long 10 years. I mean, we are neither one of us at the same place in our lives or the same people that we were 10 years ago, you know? And we've changed so much. So much has happened in 10 years. You know, so many people have come and gone. So many friends of ours have come into our lives and left or moved away or passed away. And 10 years has been like, this 10 years together has been like a really substantial amount of time, you know? And to some degree, it makes me kind of excited about what the next 5 or 10 years still has to hold. And I'm not like, you know, this will be like 45 to 55, 46 to 56, let's say. I'm not sad about that age period. Like, I think that's a great, like, age range, you know? Like, I have loved being in my 40s. And, you know, I remember my mom loved being in her 50s. My dad's 50s were probably the best time of his entire life. Like, he traveled the most. He had the most money to do what he wanted to do. You know, he was, like, at the height of his career. He was, like, doing other kinds of things. I know it's very confusing for people when they're like, well, you do, like, 5 different things. You know, what is it you do and all this kind of stuff. But my dad is also very similar to that. Like, my dad has like 3 or 4 different business things that he does, not just his main career. And he loved every single one of them. In fact, one of the things, he's a sculptor as well. And, you know, like that was just such a cool part. I can remember like that was when, so, okay, I was 28, 33, 32. So I would have been 32. My dad... my dad was 32 when I was born. So when I was 16, he would have been 48. So 48 to 50 was my last 2 years of high school. And my dad was like, oh my God, that was when he was like the most fun. And, you know, and then afterwards, I mean, he and my stepmom were traveling so much. They just were having the time of their lives, you know? And I think this is like my time. You know what I mean? Like, I think this is my time, the next 10 years. And I'm finally doing everything in my life that I want to do, you know, from making videos to writing to I have the people in my life that I want to have in my life. And, you know, Alex and I have all these places we want to travel and, you know, on and on and on. And I'm ready to take that step. You know, I'm ready to start having the next big adventure of my life, and I'm really excited about it, you know. And so yeah, it's cool. It's very, very cool. So I don't really get sad about getting older, you know. I mean, like with my dad, I get sad about like his attitude of not wanting to get another dog because, I mean, who knows, you know? And that, to me, feels like my dad just kind of like being like, oh, well, we're close to the end anyway. Which if you met my dad and I said that to you, like, you would be like, your dad seems like he's like 65. Like, he seems so young. It's crazy. But anyway, it is what it is. Getting older is weird. And letting my hair go white has really been like a mindfuck kind of thing. It's like really weird because like it's a daily reminder of getting older, even though my hair has been like whitish gray. It started turning gray when I was like 22 or 23. So by the time I was 30, it was like completely gray. But I colored it, so I didn't know that. So when I finally let it grow out, I mean, my hair is white now. It's not really gray. My hair is white. And it gets whiter with the sun. And I don't mind it. I like it, you know, but it's a daily reminder of you're not 20 anymore, if that makes sense. And it's kind of weird, you know. It's kind of like, I don't know, I like look in the mirror and I'm like, yeah, like you've got white hair, like white hair. And the lines start creeping in and your hands don't look as soft, and you know, you start gradually noticing those things. And I think for a lot of people it's really, really hard. I don't know. And you know, I try to embrace that stuff, and you know, it's interesting to me, like when I get criticism about like my age as far as doing like YouTube, because I'm always kind of like, my response to that is, I think it's pretty cool that at my age I've like am doing it, you know, and that people actually want to watch me. It's always really young people that come for me, and I'm like, okay, why don't you chase your dreams and not worry about mine, you know? Like, I think it's cool that I'm living my best life at my age. I would want anybody to live their best life, you know? Like, why wouldn't we want everybody to live their best life? Period. You know? I really don't understand that. I don't understand that attitude of not wanting people to have the best life possible. I just don't get it, you know? And, but I'm happy with my life. I think I have a cool life. I've never seen that house before. It had all these like colored panels in the back of the house. It was really pretty. It's funny how like when you drive around, little things you don't notice. Well, listen, you guys, I am going to get off here, and I am going to listen to a half an hour of my audiobook, and then I'm going to go to bed so that I can get up early and take a shower and be rested. I may do a little if I get up early enough, I might do a face mask in the morning and everything, and just drink some tea and relax and have a good morning before I go and have my spa day, so to speak, and all of that. So watch my video on self-love. I think it's very, very important. I'm proud of that video. I really liked it. And I really believe everything in there. And that's part of why like it inspired me to go. And I was already had my hair appointment, but it inspired me to get like a massage because they were 30 or 50% off. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to get a massage tomorrow. I haven't gotten a massage in a long time. And I'm going to treat myself to a relaxing day tomorrow and do some self-love. So go watch the video on my Peterisms channel called Self-Love. I posted it today. And because I think it's an important video about accepting our past for what it is and, you know, allowing ourselves to live in the present but hoping for the future. I believe everything I said in that video wholehearted, and I think it's an important video. And you have to take care of yourself, and you have to love yourself before you can love somebody else. So I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.